What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode with mypalalex and Feisty Pants.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. It's Q&A number 104 for me. I hope everybody enjoyed the Feisty Q&A that was out a little while ago. Hope you all saw it and enjoyed it. There was a lot of questions. Felt pretty good about it. We're going to start off number 104 with Ashley Wilson asked me about AJ Styles and John Cena later tonight, their match at Money in the Bank. And she also asked my opinion about Rollins and Reigns. I'm going to link my picks video that we did. Me and Feisty Pants did a video, and we forgot matches, so we had to do like a second part video, and I added it all together. It was awful. Ashley, for yourself there, just check out the picks video. It's all our picks are in there. Jacob Soha wants to know what celebrities would play me and Grim and everybody in a movie called The Life of My Pal Alex and Friends. Well, that movie title would get scrapped, and we would pick something that would flow a little more easily, like Me and My Pal Alex. That would be better, and it would be a life about, you know, me and everybody else. But I don't know. I don't know. I had a couple of actors set in my mind, but, you know, you guys probably don't even know who they are. So I would like everybody out there to pick actors. Leave them in the comments. Who would play me? Who would play Grim? Who would play Doo-Hop? The Attack Slug? The Ninja Twins? You know, and maybe the bad guys in Grimm's show. That, you know, that way it gives the movie a plot. I'd love to hear, you know, everybody's opinion. Jacob also wants to know if I'm more socially active than Grim, and I look good in the Al Torito costume. Thanks a lot. It was a lot of fun. But, you know, I mean, I don't know if I'm more socially active than Grim, but it's not a contest, number one. And number two, you know, when people ask me, like, a sensible question, or they try to start a sensible conversation with me, instead of telling me, you know, how bad I am or whatever, because I'm not bad, I try to hold a legitimate conversation. If you want to act like a jackass, I'm going to ignore you. That's pretty much it. If that enables me to be more social, then sure. Randy Orton 901 wants to know how much of the show was real. Oh, when National Geographic came to do the special with Andy Van Slyke and my baseball cards. Andy Van Slyke, they actually flew him out. We had lunch. He was here the whole day. We played catch in the street. It was great. I really have all those cards. I really live in a house, and everything else was pretty much fake. There's no problem, there's no drama, my mother doesn't cry herself to sleep at night or anything like that. The rest of it was pretty much all ad-libbed into the picture. To make a plot, to make it a little more watchable. But it was mostly all fake. Let's see. Marty Young wants to know my thoughts on Jerry Lawler's domestic abuse charges and who will replace him. Who cares? I can't stand Jerry Lawler. I don't care if they get a monkey to replace him. It would be fine. Andrew Banfield wants to know who's my favorite Star Wars character. It would be Han Solo. WWE fan 146 wants to know how long have you guys been friends? I know Grim and the guys a long time, like at least 15 years or more. Probably closer to 20. We were all pretty young. Rexo HD wants to know my favorite baseball team. Maybe. I mean, it's only in every video. Mark at WWE123_1, oh my goodness, had a simple question in last week's Q&A, which he thinks I didn't answer. But then when I asked him what it was, so I could answer it in this Q&A, he says, oh, never mind. Okay, moving on. Jose Cano wants to know if I have a girlfriend. Nope. And Brandon Champlain says there's dating sites, blah, 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 and have I ever used them? Dude, I invented dating sites. They are such just, no. Maybe for some, not for me. Right, my boy?
Yeah.
Maxine Caulfield wants to know if you were in Trish Stratus's yoga classes, would you enjoy it? Absolutely. Do you know Bob's Burger Linda is a guy? Yeah, I guess. Maxine wants to know, how do I go on a date? Well, I leave the house, I get in the car, I go to meet somebody at wherever it is we're going to, you know, if it's more than one person. That's fine. You know, sometimes you go out in bunches, and then you have a good time with whatever it is you're doing. In the summer, how hot does it get in New Jersey. Last summer, it was no lie. I think the hottest it registered, but I think was 104. There's a lot more humidity than there is warm temperatures. Mrs. Brooks A.J. Lee lives in Union, New Jersey. Would you go visit her? I'm pretty sure they don't still live in Union, New Jersey. What old cartoons besides Transformers did you watch? Oh, Yogi Bear, Bugs Bunny, was the Looney Tunes Hour, Mighty Mouse. Holy moly. There were so many. Heckle and Jekyll. Heckle and Jekyll were hysterical. Tom and Jerry, very huge. Scooby-Doo. Wow, I don't even know. There were so many. The Super Friends, which is now like the Justice League, but Super Friends. Then, as we got a little older, their cartoons got a little better, like GoBots and He-Man and Masters of the Universe, Transformers. There's so many. The Visionaries. Oh my God, there's so many. It was literally on. That's what you did when you were on Saturday. When you were home on Saturday from school. Everybody watched cartoons for like 6 hours, and then you went out inside and played. Dun, 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 dun. Maxine also wants to know if I watched the show Totally Spies. I saw the commercials for it. I watched the pilot, and I mean, it wasn't great, so I don't keep up with it. Anthony wants to know the best and worst movies you've ever watched. The best is Spaceballs. It's my favorite movie. The worst movie I've ever watched, I thought was Jaws 4: The Revenge until I recently saw Snakes on a Plane. Oh my God, that was awful. Ryoga wants to know if I saw Eve Torres in the Supergirl episode where she plays a villain. I did. I saw a couple of those. David Griffin wants to know, should WWE up its security? I mean, if they need to, that's not my call to make. Triple H announcing NXT's third brand. NXT has always been the third brand. Why is that news? I don't understand. What's the funniest story of you and your dad? We recently went out to dinner for B1's confirmation, and the whole dinner experience was just awful, and we all laughed about it. We were a party of like 14 people, and it was just a constant one laugh after another. That was probably the most recent funny thing. One final run and why, Caitlyn, AJ, or Mickie James? Well, AJ isn't going to happen. Mickie James is kind of past her prime, so I would have to go with Caitlyn. I'd like to see what she still has in the tank and see what comes of that. My thoughts on Nicole Arbor's Dear Fat People. I love Nicole Arbor, I have to say. Favorite superstar growing up as a kid? Everybody knows it's Bret Hart. If I had an interview with one Major League Baseball Hall of Famer, who would it be and why? It would be Nolan Ryan, because I think he's the guy who took steroids and he's in the Hall of Fame, and I would grill him until he confessed. That's why. Opinion on Jericho's band Fozzy. It's a band. What do you like about Selena Gomez? What don't you like about Selena Gomez? She's a talented, healthy young lady. Very healthy. And favorite songs? No, I kind of like them all. I don't think I have a favorite. The WWE draft, which commentators should go for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT? Who cares? I don't watch wrestling for the commentators. I don't care if they have a whole panel of girls. I don't care if they have a whole panel of people who do sign language throughout the whole event. As long as they can call a good show, that's all I care about. Which New York Yankees do you want to see in the 2016 Home Run Derby? I would prefer not to see any of them in the Home Run Derby so that they get a little bit of rest and everybody stops getting hurt. How about that? I would like to see Carlos Beltran in his final year, because he's probably going to retire after this year. They've been talking about it. Usually the Home Run Derby is for the young kids. Nick Mobile Gaming wants to know if I play WWE Supercard. I do not. Enclave Sergeant wants to know if I play out Fallout 4 and what's my favorite video game. It's called EverQuest. I've been playing it on the computer since 1999. I really don't play much else. I play Minecraft with my little feisty pants over here, as I'm trying to get to, as he's patiently waiting, and he hasn't yet thrown me out of my seat. But that's really it. I don't really go out of my way to play all these different games. They're all kind of the same to me. EverQuest is like the one game that just does very well, and it's held my interest for 17 years. Colby Dooney wants to know if I plan to go to... Oh, no, if I have to pay to get into NJCC, New Jersey Collectors Con. Yes, there is some kind of door prize. If you check out their site, NewJerseyCollectorsCon.com, there's all sorts of info about where, when, what time, how much it's costing, what kind of door prizes they're going to have. Beanhead wants to know what's the fastest car I've driven. I swear I answered this for you last time, man. You just got to watch my video. It's a 1990 Toyota Supra. I was learning to drive a stick in it, and that was probably the fastest car I've had driven. What's my dream job? Sitting behind a counter at a hobby shop of my own. Calls My Pal Alex's, or like Alex's Toy Shop or something instead of Toy Show. I don't know. Dream job. Sitting on the beach collecting money, having my money collect money, so that I can play Minecraft with Feisty Pants over here. Just anything. I'm not picky. Logan Young wants to know if I fought Grim, who would win? It depends on. I don't fight my friends. Number one, you guys are crazy, but it would depend on the match. If it was something where you would require endurance, I have endurance where I think Grim would get winded and kind of tire out, and then I'd be able to beat him. If it was just a regular match, you know, he's got a lot of wrestling experience, more than me, so he would probably win. It depends. It just all depends. And it's not going to happen because I don't wrestle my friends. Right, my boy? All right, we're done. We're going to play Minecraft. Here's another extra video on all the important parts of the show. Make sure you watch it. That's all I got.